Storm Industries.
Has anyone seen the pre-fight question and answer session that we had at Storm MMA? He made some very bold predictions and he talked about the rivalry that exists between him and 2800. So I just want you to expand on that a little bit tonight and just talk about that prediction, the second round, was it? But you were being generous, remember?
Second round, that's what I said. Alistair's actually a really nice dude. It's more the beef I have is with Greg, his head coach. But he's such a nice dude and he's so godly. Sometimes I don't know if I should argue with him or sit down and do confession. And like, the thing that keeps me up at night about Alistair is trying to figure out what the fuck his fight name means. Alistair Ironbox Fleming, I need help with that. Like I can't get Ironbox.
Don't let him get excited and find out.
We might just get an answer to that question right now. We'll go over to Alistair. Alistair, what do you have to say about those bold predictions about him finishing you in the second round and also your nickname?
Well, firstly, the last guy he fought from our gym, he did manage to beat in the second round after taking what was one hell of a beating. I would say you've done well there, my man. I don't think that's going to happen this time because, well, there's two people who've beaten me and neither of them finished me clean, so, and I can guarantee they hit harder than you. As for Iron Box, well, I always wear my cup and it annoys some people, so I am now forever to be known as the Iron Box.
Right, there you have it, there's the answer. The next question I've got, oh wait, Bill's got to reply to this, this might take all night.
So I'm not going to look to kick you in the balls like your last opponents, so don't worry about that. What was the other thing you said? Right. Yes, yeah. Alright, well hopefully you bring some of that kung fu shit, because you all know how that goes against MMA. That's something I'd like to see. That's impressive. So, basically, good luck, and we'll see how we go.
Alistair, you want the last word on that? Are you happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
He's happy with that. We'll just see how it plays out tomorrow night, I guess. All right, the next question I've got here for Danielle Dropbear Curtis. Danielle, look, we spoke before the fight the other day, and you talked about how exciting the women's division is, and you last time got fight of the night.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, so tell us what you're predicting this fight and how exciting the crowd should expect it to be.
Basically the same as every other time I fight. One, women always do it better. Just so you guys know, that's actually my mum. So, you're on cue this time, Mum. Good job. Yeah, we put on a hell of a fight. We go out there and we don't stop. But the same as always, an exciting fight. I never give up. You guys have seen that. I'm always there to put on an entertaining fight, and you guys are going to see the best version of me in there. So, it's going to be a cracker.
Alright, there's the drop there. Danielle Curtis, speaking to her opponent, Mad Max, Maxine O'Neill. What are you expecting? She's called it. She's called the most exciting fight. She wants to get fight of the night. What are you going to bring to the table?
She's going to have to wait and see, because I'm not going to give away any of my secrets.
You expecting an exciting fight?
Yes.
Yeah. So the crowd can expect an exciting fight out of that one. Danielle said, girls do it better. We'll just have to see on the night. All right, I just want to speak now to both of our champions. It's champion versus champion, these last two fights. Billy, No-Gi Gordon, mate, talk to us about the shiner that you've got.
Just going hard, inspiring, just preparing for the fight. You know how it is.
Billy does some tape.
So hard sparring right before the fight, huh? Yeah, no tapering down for you. Yeah, no. Tell us about your opponent this time. What do you know about him and how does he compare to the previous fights you've had?
Well, I haven't really seen any of his fights, so I'm just going to go in there and do my thing. Yeah.
That's it. All right, and Grant, the Storm Breckney. Grant, the nickname Storm Damage. I mean, does it get any better than this?
It seems like there's a match made in heaven, doesn't it?
Yeah, you've been meaning destined to fight on this card for so long. Listen, tell us, you're already a dual champion, Urban Fight Night and the Massa East Coast Light Heavyweight Champion. Tell us, what does this next belt, what does Storm Damage belt represent for you?
I really think that this fight is probably the biggest opportunity that I've had in my career so far. So it means quite a lot to me. It means quite a lot to me that I'm going in against an opponent, David Morley, who I really respect also. So it's going to be an honour to share the cage with him. It's going to be an honour to come to Canberra. This is my first time fighting in the state, showcase what skills I have, put on a good fight for the fans, and that's about it now.
Thanks for that. That's great. I might just check in here with Jared. Jared, we know you're currently the Storm Damage champ, but this time you're actually battling for the Massa East Coast Bantamweight Championship. What does it mean to you to get another belt under your belt?
Yeah, I'm absolutely stoked. So, good opportunity to fight. Be great having 2 belts, and yeah, I'm just pumped for it. I've trained hard, put in 110%, so I know I'm ready for whatever happens.
And so where do you expect it to end up?
Like I've said before, I'm happy wherever it goes. I'm happy on my feet, happy on the ground, happy on my back, against the cage, off the cage, whatever. Yeah, we just train all around, so wherever it ends up.
Sweet as, ready for anything. Well, that's going to be an absolute awesome match. I'm very excited about that. Billy No Gi Gordon versus Jared the Wildman Wilbraham. And now to talk to our reigning, defending, undisputed Storm Damage Light Heavyweight Champion, David Fingers Morley. Dave, tough opponent right there. He's already a dual champ. He's looking for a 3rd belt. What have you got lined up to stop the onslaught of Grant the Storm Brechin?
Well, my last opponent reckons I've got a tough head, so we'll start there. See how good his fists are.
See if we can break them too, huh?
Yeah. No, he's a good bloke. Tough guy. I've watched his fights. He's going to be hard to put away, but I mean, we're both in there to win the belt, so we'll just have to see what happens.
Anything can happen. That's why we love MMA. Look, I might open it up to the audience. If anyone has a question for any of the fighters here tonight, just chuck your hand up. Be brave. Well, we've got one out at the front there, so thank you for that. There's no pressure. Yeah.
How does Brady feel about his fight?
Got a feeling this might be a family connection. Brady, the question from the illustrious audience there, I must say the good-looking section, I don't know what's going on there, but is how do you feel about your fight?
Yeah, I feel pretty good, trained hard. I've been waiting for it for a long time, so it's good to be here. Feel confident.
Feeling confident? And what do you know about your opponent?
Nothing really, never really seen much of him, just want to see what happens.
And what are you training most, or what's your speciality, do you think?
Oh, I don't have a speciality, mate, just whatever. Wherever it goes, I'm happy.
Alright, proper mixed martial artist. Alright, well thanks for that. Anybody else with a question from the audience? Come on, there's got to be one. Alright, we've got Greg here. What's your kick off?
That's all right, I'll leave Billy alone. We've all seen what Conor McGregor did the last few days. My actual question is for Drop Air. We've got a whole heap of girls lined up in Orange. None of them can quite make your weight. Can you sort of drum up some ladies down here in Canberra? We've got 5 or 6 ready. We're looking for Storm front with a whole heap of amateurs. Can you rustle us up a few more girls and try and be a little bit more active? All my girls would love to be able to fight somebody of your calibre. I know Maxine is honoured to be stepping up to fight with you. It's been a big part of her camp, the opportunity to get in there with you. But what have we got to do as trainers to get more girls in the gyms ready to fight the other girls?
Alright, here we go. She's very eager.
broken mic. Promote the shit out of the girls because we're exciting for starters, and girls are much better to look at generally. The guys, no offense, guys. Oh, look at some of these bugs here. These Storm guys. Where did you go, Greg, by the way? Oh, you're there. I'm really sorry that you have girls that are either side of my weight. I would be very happy if they could get to my weight, because then I would have like a nice little lineup of people to fight. But I think you need to, and we all need to, tell people about the sport more and get it out there, and, you know, let people know that we're not violent for no reason. Like, we are violent in the cage, definitely. But, like, it's a trained sport, and, you know, it's all the other elements of, you know, having a team and family and discipline and all that kind of stuff. And I think it starts also from the younger age, like starting with kids jits and kids MMA and all that kind of stuff, programs in schools and stuff like that. But also, like, just get your product out there. And I think the more women that do it empowers more women, and it's a cycle and all that kind of stuff. But also, thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate that. I love fighting on all these cards, and I've seen obviously your gym around quite a lot and developed a relationship with you guys. So I'm really glad that you guys stepped up and that Maxine stepped up to fight me. Really, really happy, like stoked. So thank you guys. We're slowly getting there with women's MMA, and it's building, and I'm super excited about where we're going. But even for me, I find it really hard to find fights. So, you know, and I'd like to think I'm pretty exciting.
What's the heaviest weight you'll fight at? I can buy you KFC.
What size of the girls you got? Why can't you teach them to cut weight?
He might be referring you to
No, stop eating KFC.
They're on their way in the future. They'll come get you out to where you are.
Okay, cool. I look forward to it. Yeah, look, I know it's a tough weight, and a lot of people are looking, especially females, to stack in certain divisions where there are fighters, where there's known to be a lot of fighters. So bantamweight is probably one of the most active ones. And then generally a bit lower, or, you know, we've got the bigger girls sort of who haven't really learned how to cut weight and stuff because we're still in the AMI circuit. So I think it's going to come with time and preparation, and probably a lot of strength and conditioning sessions for everyone to know where they are. But be patient. Like, there's no point taking a bunch of wrong fights either, because that's not going to get them anywhere, and that's going to break their confidence too. So unfortunately, it's a waiting game. It took me ages and ages to get my first fight, and then since then it's been like a steamroll. So just keep working at it.
Well, thank you, Danielle, and thank you for the question from the floor. I think we've got back here with Grant. You wanted to say something?
I just wanted to expand on one of the key points that Danielle made. Huge fan, by the way. Yeah, no, I think it's important for MMA as fighters that we have a little bit less Conor McGregor going on, a little bit more Thug Rose. I don't know, just going to keep it up with it. Like all that crazy stuff that Conor McGregor's been doing today, but that's only damaging our sport and damaging this sport. And I think, you know, if we want to get more of all kinds of people involved, then we should stay respectful, stay humble, and just come to do what we do. And we fight, we don't talk, we're fighters.
No, a few shy faces. Yep. All right, we have the last word here from Alistair.
Worry not. This is just sort of a shout out to all promoters out there. You need to step up your game because Storm has gotten us back scratches. And I don't know what a seal or quality of a fight show is, but back scratches is definitely one of them.
It could be he's a fair team and he's a fair back scratcher.
There you go, Storm gets the last word on that. They're bear related. All right. Well, thanks everyone for attending. The YN's here for Storm Damage 11. The action kicks off tomorrow night at 7 p.m. back here at the Canberra Hotel. We'll see you there.
Storm Industries.